that comes out, you heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero.
Hello guys, welcome again. New live stream. So let's talk about Bitcoin. And well, let's see. We have a new weekly close. So let me show you here. We have a new weekly close where actually we have the sell signal is still present, but actually something is getting better actually right now, because the 5-day chart. Let me show you here. We have actually this signal is very interesting. I mean, we have to wait all this month, but potentially, right? Potentially, Bitcoin, as long as Bitcoin is above 60K, we could see a potential buy signal here in this time frame. Maybe by the end of the month or potentially next month, I think. But don't get me wrong. I mean, like Bitcoin is a sell. It's still bullish, yes, but we have a sell signal in weekly chart. So that's why I said this like a long time ago, around 1 month ago in April. I am looking for just sideways where the bottom of the range is 58,000 and the top of the range is 70K. So as you can see here, as long as Bitcoin is holding 60K, well, it's just sideways here. Of course, I'm watching right now monthly because in some point we will see the sell signal here. And as you can see, also we have a better variance here in the monthly. It's going to be very, very interesting. Let me just fix this. Yeah. It's going to be very interesting here because if we see Bitcoin closing below 70K, 68K, something like that this month, I mean next week, right? Next week it's going to be very bad for the price because, yeah, eventually we will have a potential sell signal here very soon. Now, I know I got some message from some people. They asked me about the stochastic because the stochastic right now, I don't use it in my technical analysis. This one, yes. No, is this one? Yeah. In the weekly chart. In weekly chart, we have a buy signal here. I don't use this indicator, right? But right. To be fair, every time when we have a buy signal here in the lowest range, in the bottom of the indicator, usually actually is a very good buy opportunity for Bitcoin, as you can see here, right? So now the question is if this signal is gonna be actually real. The thing here is like, first of all, I don't use this indicator. But first of all, I don't use this indicator. Why? Because this indicator in the past, right, when I was trading with this, because yes, same as you, I started with MACD, stochastic, RSI many years ago. I got many fake signals, but especially just for Bitcoin actually is working fine. But the biggest difference right now here is the volume. The volume actually, as you can see here, we have official break in weekly charts. So it's not healthy, it's not the best actually. So what I'm looking right now here is just sideways at least all this month, right? Where, as I said before, 60K is the bottom, the top is 70K, 71. Any close below 60K, you will see 50K, that is the area, MA55. Of course, it's going to be a buy. Yes, if I see Bitcoin dropping to 50K, yes, I will be happy to buy here. An open long position around here because the trend is my friend. But the most important time frame is the monthly. If by the end of the month or next month, right, we have a sell signal here in the monthly, game over, my friend. Game over, because we will see a better variance in the monthly, and not just in momentum, also in OBB. And remember, the strongest signals in my system of trading is when we have OBB and curve in the same page, right? So that's why I am defensive. I am not bearish. I am just defensive. Now let's talk about 1-day chart. In my previous live stream and actually an update, I said, hey, I am looking for a bounce, here, a bounce here for around $67,000, 68. As you can see here, Bitcoin actually hit $67,000, where the volume profile here is at the top of the volume profile is here. You see, is resistance. So as long as Bitcoin is below here, I am not like very bullish. And why? Because timing, right? Timing, as you can see here, the timing is not very good. if Bitcoin just is just wasting time here, more time, for example, all this week, and it's not breaking 67 or 68K, we will see a sell signal here, right? Sell signal, and also we have a test to the MA55 no BB, as you can see here. Typically, when we have the first test is just a rejection, okay? Many times it's like that, right? I'm not saying it's always, right? Please be careful with this. So if you're looking for longs right now here, at least in one day chart, no thank you. This is not the area to buy right now. This is not the area. And actually, what I was actually in short around $67,000. I think Saturday, yes, in short term. Bitcoin dropped to 66 and now it's around 67. I gotta stop it. It's totally fine. I just manage my risk. But this is stuff I'm looking for right now. In one day chart, as long as Bitcoin is below $68,000, 67, around here, I am looking for a potential sell signal here. And honestly, yes, I am looking for a potential short in the short term, of course, right? Because remember, Bitcoin is still bullish in weekly chart, but in one day chart, this is not a break. Bitcoin just is in sideways. As you can see here, the MA55 is flat, right? So this is flat. So Bitcoin is just in sideways here. I'm sorry about the sound. I'm sorry. So Bitcoin is in sideways, and this is not a break. Yeah, but if we see a pullback, right? The first target is around 65K, around there. But if we see a break, you will see continuation all the way down to 50K. That's why $67,000 is very important. If you are bullish, you want to see Bitcoin breaking 67 and actually closing above there. But honestly, for me, the odds are very low, honestly, because the volume is not the best right now. Now in short term, right? Let's talk about the short term because I was in short, remember, and with the better variance we have here from this point and this point, as you can see here, from this point and this point, right? Very small better variance in 4-hour chart, but Bitcoin dropped. Yes, I was correct about it, but as you can see here, Bitcoin is bouncing here. Now watch this because it's very important. Volatility is contracting here. Potential buy signal hitting 4-hour chart. In my case, I will not open long positions because I know this is resistance, right? It's up to you, right? But technically speaking, in the next 24 hours, I think we will see a buy signal hitting 4-hour chart and potentially, right, a new high here, maybe 68 around there. And in the next 4-hour chart, actually, when we have a better divergence here, yes, I will be happy to open long shorts because with the volatility like this, I think the real move is gonna be something like this, right? Making a new high here, and after that, continue a pullback and potentially looking for 65, even lower. And actually, I'm looking for that setup right now because it's my trigger. Okay, it's my trigger for one day chart sell signal. Okay. Now let's continue with the next chart because this chart is actually bullish. If we have a buy signal in 3-day chart, yes, technically speaking, is still bullish, yes, but pay attention here. 2-day chart is testing the sell line here right now, and Bitcoin is not moving. I mean, from the buy signal here, it was in May 6th. Now is almost 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks, I think. And Bitcoin just moved, let me show you here, just 10%. So Bitcoin is weak. So there is a very good chance this signal is a fake signal. Okay, so that's why I will be very careful here. If you are in long position right now here at 67, 60K, manage your risk, please. Just protect your entry. And if you're right and Bitcoin is pumping to the moon right now, 100K, 200, okay, be happy. But honestly, I don't think so. I think Bitcoin is just, for me, this is looking more like a distribution right now. I could be wrong, yes, of course. But I think right now, same as before, same as 2021. Remember, Bitcoin was around 3 months. Every time when Bitcoin is in the top or I mean, like very expensive, it's around 3 months actually the time where Bitcoin is in sideways here. For example, here in this case in 2021 was from February to May, right? In 2021 as well, it was from October October, yes, to December, almost 3 months. So right now here we have March, from March to April, May. I mean, this month, potentially this month, by the end of the month, we will see finally the move. Now, the question is the direction. Honestly, the trend is your friend in weekly chart, right? In weekly chart, is still to the upside. Bitcoin is bullish, yes, but honestly, I think it's just about time, my friend. I think just Bitcoin is gonna drop. Honestly, I don't see Bitcoin at 80k, 90k right now, or 100k. The odds are very low. Volatility, even in when the chart is not, this is it's expanding. You see, volatility is expanding here, but Bitcoin is very weak, very very weak. So that's why, for first time in this year, right? Because this year, I said to you like, I am not shorting Bitcoin. I mean, in long term, right? This is the first time I am actually thinking to open my first short, my swing, potentially, right? I am waiting for this sell signaling on the chart, of course. If I see the sell signal here, potentially yes. Of course, I will be, what I'm going to do is this. If I see the signal, I will open a shorts, right? Between 67 and 68 around here. And I will just, if everything is right, Bitcoin will hit around $65,000, and I will just protect my entry. And potentially, this could be my first short, swing short of this year. Looking for 50k, first target. Now, let's continue. Let's continue with some indicators because, yeah, you know, people like to ask me, hey, I am not using your system, I'm using RSI. Okay, let's talk about with RSI. As I said before, I don't use it, right? I don't use RSI, but let me show you here. Every time, I said before many times, when Bitcoin is around 80, 85, something like that, historically speaking, right? Every time when Bitcoin hit this level around 80, 85, these kind of levels, we have actually a significant correction. The only exception, of course, there are some exceptions, right? For example, here we have a correction from this point at this point that it was at around 40%. This one was around 30%. And this one, finally here, we have around 30%, 35%, something like that. Let me see. No, this one is 23. Now, the good news is like, well, potentially, right? You are bullish. Well, if we see a new high here, it's something I want to see. I would like to see a new high, maybe 80k or whatever, and forming a better variance here in the long term. Is it still bullish? Yes. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bitcoin is bullish. It's still bullish, but I think I don't want to see Bitcoin just wasting time at this area. No more. I don't want to see it. I want to see Bitcoin moving to 80k, 90k, 100k, whatever. I want to see it, because if Bitcoin is just here more time, it's just wasting time, and eventually we will see the monthly sell signal. And with this setup, I am very curious, honestly. I am very, very curious what is going to happen. Better variance in curve, better variance in OBB. Remember what I said before, is the strongest setup I have in my system of trading when we have OBB and curve in the same page. So I am very curious what could happen, what is going to happen after we see the signal, because this is very strong. And I will tell you something. I cannot remember a phase signal, even in 1-day chart or 4-hour chart, when we have OBB and curve in the same page. Yep. I cannot remember. I cannot remember. Maybe if you remember, please let me know. But honestly, I think, I don't think so. I cannot remember if we had a phase sell signals or buy signals when curve and OBB, they are in the same page. Okay, so now let's continue. Let's continue because I want to see the USD dominance. The USD dominance. Last time I said USD dominance should be around 6%, 5-6%, something like that in weekly chart. Let me see. We have maximum, 5%, 5.5%. Yes. The target should be around the MI55, as you can see here, to keep falling, right? And now we have still, right? We have the buy signal here in weekly chart. Now, volume is still healthy, right? It's still healthy, but the most important chart right now I'm watching is the monthly. It's testing the MI55, as you can see here. Yeah, it's testing the MI55 for first time in the history of this chart, right? It's the first time. Of course, I am looking for a bounce here. Yeah, so that's why, for me, in my humble opinion, right, I could be wrong, right? I am a human, right? But for me, I'm telling you right now, remember what I said to you last year, 2022, 2023? Hey, when I think like finally the top of the market is finally coming, I will start telling you, warning you. Well, right now I am telling you there is a good chance, right? Probability. This area between maybe 70K, what even 80K, whatever, here around this area is the top. That's it. And why? Because I cannot be bearish right now for USD dominance. Let me show you here. So here, MA55 here, this is like this all this year, but it's like this. Follow the trend, and the trend is your friend. And if this is the first test of the MA55 of the history of this chart, so of course I am looking for a bounce here, right, in the long term. So, and wait for it, because you see, in a couple months, we will see a buy signal here. So for me, it's very hard to see Bitcoin at 100K, 200K, because actually, no, probabilities are very low. Okay. I said before, I'm human. Potentially, it could be, I could be wrong. And one more thing here, the volatility is extremely low for USD dominance. You see, it's very, very low. What I said to you many times, every time when the price is moving, you want to see volatility expanding. But in this case, USD dominance it was just dropping here, but volatility was not actually expanding, it's contracting. So what is this telling me? This move was not the real move. The real move is this one, So this is telling me when finally we have a buy signal here in the monthly, get ready, because I think Bitcoin, the crypto space, everything is going to be very nasty. And it's going to be fun because I will just short. I like bear markets, right? So another good opportunity to keep shorting the market for a long time. Yep. So that's why I know you are bullish. You're looking for, I don't know, 100K, 150K, but I don't think so. Honestly, I think the odds are very low right now. Okay, so now let's continue. Let's continue in one chart with this chart. It's holding the MI55. I cannot be bearish here. Eventually, we will see a buy signal here as long as is respecting this area around 4%, 4.50. So eventually, maybe this week, we will see a buy signal here. Yep, as long as it's holding this area, right? In a couple of days, 2-3 days more around here, it's gonna be like this. Okay, for now it's just more sideways. So that's why I'm looking for a potential swing short right now. Now you know my reasons, right? I could be wrong. Yes, that's why I will manage my risk. If I open shorts, I will just manage my risk because I know I will fight a trend. I know, right? I know. Okay, so now let's continue. Let's continue with, there is something I want to show you is very important, is Dixie. Is Dixie, and is very bad for all of us in the world, I think. Let me show you here. We have a buy signal. Well, we have a buy signal here. It's still the monthly here, and it's in sideways consolidating here, the 55 here. I cannot be bearish here. I think all the year is going to be just in sideways here. It's bullish. The trend is your friend, and this thing is actually an uptrend, as you can see here. But one is actually something very, very interesting here is the volatility. Volatility is very, very low. So what I'm thinking right now, this is just going to be in sideways here. And in some point, it's going to just keep pumping. Another test to maybe 110, something like this around here in the long term. Of course, it's not going to be good for Bitcoin, right? So that's why I wanted to tell you this, because it is very important. Let me show you here. We have a sell signal here in weekly chart, right? At least maybe a couple months. Couple months we will see this. But it's doing very well. This is I think is just in sideways here. With the sell signal here, I think is very good. Eventually, we will see something like this, right? Another buy signal here. And that's why I am careful, especially this year, I am defensive. Remember, I am living in Japan, so the economy of this country is very bad. So that's why in 2021, I will tell you something personal. After the pandemic, I saw the crash. I mean, when Bitcoin crashed here, let me show you here. One moment. I will tell you something very personal, but something I did, right? When Bitcoin crashed here, um, something very interesting. When I saw in the world, right, states they were giving money for free to many people. In Japan, they were doing the same thing, right, giving money for free to all the population, all the people in Japan. And I said in that moment, you know what? This is not gonna be free. Yeah, this is not gonna be free. The economy is gonna be terrible. So when I saw this, okay, we have a better variance here. Remember in 2021, I was expecting something like this one. I mean, like something very bad in the currencies. So what I did in my case, as soon as I got yen in my case, I was just moving to dollar. I was moving to dollar because I was protecting my entries. I wanted to protect my entries, right? I invested in many things because I was looking for this. Especially, actually, something I did is like, for example, remember what I said to you about Netflix, right? Long time ago. I said, hey, this is a lifetime opportunity, remember? Well, I bought Netflix, I bought Meta, right? I bought Amazon. When I was here in live stream, remember at that time? Yeah, I bought it here. I know many of you, oh, no, it's, oh my God, the market right now. This is a lifetime opportunity to buy. As you can see here, last time was in 2012 and here. The only one I didn't buy was Nvidia. Yeah, yeah, that was my mistake, but it's fine. Now, why I'm telling you this is because right now, yeah, my job as a trader is telling you. You see this chart right now here. Oh yeah, it's looking bullish, right? Looking green to the moon, right? 1 million, right? My job as a trader is trying to anticipate the moves, right? It's looking right now, yes, it's looking good, yes, but that's why I follow rules. And now one of my concerns here is in bi-monthly here, we have a shot in a start, right? And with the shot in a start here, this is telling me, of course, 2025, 2026, it's not gonna be good, right? All this area, right? And like this, okay? So that's my concern. Of course, I cannot have, I don't have a crystal ball. I could be wrong, yes, but risk management is the most important thing for me, right? So hoping, especially in the markets, is not a plan. So that's why I follow rules. In this case, my monthly is showing me a shot in a start. Monthly is showing me a better variance forming here. Following rules, right? This is not good, right? So that's why even if the market is looking like it's pumping, well, I have to listen my system, right? Because my emotions, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna buy Bitcoin, hold for 10 years, and I will be millionaire. No, actually, no, that is not the case. So that's why, yes, I told you with a lot on, and how can I say this? Like, when I saw this kind of warnings, my system was telling me this. I didn't ignore this kind of the problems, right? So that's why I decided to get ready. And now it's the same thing I'm watching right now. Of course, I said before, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yes, I hope so. I want to see Bitcoin at 200K one day, maybe, but I think that is not gonna happen soon. Okay, now let's continue with 4-hour chart for Bitcoin. Let me show you here. We have potential buy signal. We will see a potential buy signal maybe very soon. Maybe in the next 24 hours, I think. Usually when I see this kind of signals here, eventually, many times I see a better variance. So potentially, right? Maybe around 68, something like this. And I said before, if I see Bitcoin at this area, around this area with a better variance, I will be very happy to open shorts, looking for 65 and I don't know, why not? 50K, right? Why not? Okay, if you have any suggestions, comments, please ask me in the comments. Let's see. Bill, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Okay. Okay, the SP500. Okay, let's talk about the SP500 in weekly chart. Okay, good. I like it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so in weekly chart. One thing, even if we see a crash, this is bullish. We will see a better divergence in some point, but this thing is gonna keep pumping. Yeah, something like this, right? Around here. I don't know, something like this. We will see a better divergence here, right? Something like this. Sorry, not like this one, like this. Yeah. So it's very bad idea shorting the stock market, especially SP500, as you can see here, because this is like a Shiba Inu, right? So every time when you see a crash, something like this, is a buy opportunity, right? That's why I don't short the stock market. I am looking for pullbacks. This is just a pullback. You see, since 2000, like, oh my God, 45, something like that. Every time when in the market is dropping, it's just a buy opportunity. So that's why you want to buy again, you have to wait. Around one of my friends told me like around 4 years, every 4 years is when we have actually the pullback. So that's why in the short term, yes, in 1 day chart, maybe you can go short if you want, right? But as I said before, even in 1 day chart, it's very bad. It's terrible to short the stock market. Look at this. We have, remember what I said before, we had a pullback, MA55, and after that, continuation. And you see here, it's happening here. Now we have here the buy signal here. Actually, this entry was very clean. Let me show you here. Very clean signal, you see here. Buy signal here, and now new ATA here we have, yeah. And it's continuation. This is still bullish. We don't have a better divergence here. Volume is not very good, but the UC weekly chart is still good. It's holding the MA55 in volume. The monthly here, we have, well, a better divergence forming in the monthly. But even with the better divergence forming in the monthly, this is telling me maybe by the end of the year or 2025, we will see a pullback, but that pullback is going to be a buy. That's it. Okay, it's gonna be a buy opportunity. That's my point. I know some of you want to short the stock market, but honestly, for me, it's a terrible idea. Okay. So let me continue. Okay, what is this? Okay, I don't know what is this, but let's see. This is specify the time frames. Okay. Okay, we have a sell signal here, but this chart is in sideways. It's in sideways here. Yeah. Even with the sell signal here, maybe the lowest point you can see this is around 70, but let me see the monthly. You know what? I think this is gonna break down in the long term. Yeah. As you can see here, it's holding the MA55, right? It's holding MA55, but curve is testing the settle line here. So the time is over, right? So if the next maybe couple months this chart is not pumping, right, you will see a break. Yeah, where the target should be around 50. Yeah, around 50, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna continue now with some altcoins, right? Okay, let me show you here Solana. Okay, let's talk about the 1 day chart. 1 day chart, we have a bounce here where is around 188, 90, around there is the resistance here. Let me show you here the monthly here. You see it's testing the previous high here, and actually is looking like we will see maybe around 195, 200 testing here. Yes, let me see. Yeah, the 1 day chart is still good. It's not the best time to buy, of course not, but yeah, it's still there. Let me see the weekly chart. Well, now weekly chart is getting better. We will see a potential cross here to the settle line here, eventually maybe in a couple months, as long as Bitcoin is holding 60K. And maybe a new ATA after that, but maybe we have to wait a little bit more. Let's continue with Cardano. Cardano holding the MA55. Remember what I said before. You want to see your altcoin holding the MA55 because it's the support. As you can see here, I said, as long as Cardano is holding this area, everything should be fine, right? And well, if you're bullish here, you want to see Bitcoin holding 60K first. And second, if you see Bitcoin holding 60K, yes, in maybe a couple months, you will see a buy signal here. And from here, continuation, looking for maybe around $1. Around there. Okay, guys, I think that's it for today, right? Bitcoin is not moving, so recap for Bitcoin, okay? In short term. On the chart, is still bullish, looking for continuation? No, not really. Actually, my target was $67,000, 67, 68 around there, and now it's here, right? Of course, if we see a breakout, the next target is gonna be 70K, right? But my plan of my trading plan is this one. Let me show you here. I am looking for a potential sell signal here. Yeah, sell signal here. And the condition is Bitcoin cannot break 68 maximum. As long as Bitcoin is below 68, 67, around here, around this price, if we sell signal here, I am thinking to open my first short, swing short in the 1-day chart, right? Only if Bitcoin is below this blue box, okay? Because if Bitcoin breaks this area, you will see very fast, 70, 71, right? And potential continuation, maybe, potentially, yes. But that's my plan right now. Now let's talk about the 4-hour chart. Yeah, the 4-hour chart, as I said before, there is a buy opportunity. Well, not for me, right? Technically speaking, there is a buy here for me here, but I am not going to open longs right now because I know this is resistance, all this area resistance, okay? I will not open shorts here, sorry, longs. What I'm going to do is just waiting for a potential better divergence in 4-hour chart, right? Like for example, if we have a buy signal here, the price is around 68, and in the next 4-hour chart, right, open a short, looking for 4-hour chart to be the trigger, and eventually 12-hour chart, and after that 1-day chart following the 3-screen system, okay? That's actually my trading plan. I think maybe tomorrow I will do it, not today, right? So be careful here, because you want to open right now long position, it's too high, it's too late, I think. Especially here, if you want to trade 4-hour chart, you have to go to 1-hour chart. In 1-hour chart, we have a buy signal here around $66,000. Around here, and yeah, $66,000. It was the buy signal here. Of course, in 1-hour chart, the signal, the area to sell is this one here. There is no entry. Okay, so that's why we have to wait. At least in my case, I'm waiting. Okay, guys. I think thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. In a couple of days, I'm gonna publish an update of this technical analysis. Let's see, because remember, is between 1 or 2 videos per week, plus live stream, tracking this technical analysis, right? Maximum 5 minutes in my videos. I don't want to repeat myself too much. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Have a good week.
And when that comes out, you heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to 0.